Limpopo Premier Stan Mathabatha and his cabinet are at Ga-Marishane village outside Jane Furse to meet the community and the family members of Thandi Mampane, who was brutally killed last week. Thandi's body was discovered a day after her disappearance. She went to school on a Thursday and did not make it back home. Police are pursuing a local suspect who's believed to have disappeared to Gauteng. Hundreds of community members are currently gathered at the local sports ground where the Premier is expected to address them. Our reporter Mike Maringa is there standing by for us. Mike, the community obviously very upset indeed. What's happening where you are?
Good afternoon to you, Nompu, and to our viewers. You are indeed correct. You are coming to us live from Ga-Marishane in the Sekhukhune area outside Jane Furse. Let me just give a background of what transpired. On Thursday, this 11-year-old Thandi Mampane went to a school, Marishane Primary School, just closer to where we are. She did not make it back home. The family was worried. They started to search for her. They couldn't find her. And it was only on Friday, the following day, when they made a gruesome discovery in the village. There's a stream that is passing through the village. That's where her body was dumped. And the information that we got was that she was raped before she was strangled to death. The community, the family is devastated. This morning, we have seen cabinet members led by the Premier Stan Mathabatha into the Mampane family to meet with the family. We were also lucky. We spoke to the family. The mother couldn't even talk to us. The family spokesperson said they are worried about what has transpired is devastating. And from the family, there was a briefing at a nearby school that was also led by Premier Stan Mathabatha. Right now, as you can see behind us at that big marquee, the whole community is here. Schooling has been disrupted. Everybody is here. They want to know what government is planning to do with this situation because they are living in fear. You remember when you were introducing this matter to say that the culprit is on the run. We are told that he's somewhere in Johannesburg. So the community says they want be safe up until that man is apprehended and brought to book. We only spoke to the MEC for Social Development, who said that immediately after hearing about this morning they deployed social workers to all the schools in the area where learners at least get a little bit of counseling, so they are better now as to compared to how they were on Friday when the body was discovered. We were supposed to speak to the cabinet spokesperson, MEC Dixon Masemula, but unfortunately is the one speaking on the podium now, introducing the Premier to address the people of Marishane. If we have time, we'll still go back to Mr. Masemula to give us a breakdown of exactly what transpired, because one thing that we understand is that he was on the ground. He went to the scene. He was there when he was among the first people to arrive when the body was discovered. He has been with the family also about the funeral arrangements. Unfortunately, because he had other responsibilities back at that market, he couldn't talk to us. But we are here. If you still need Mr. Masemula to give a breakdown of that, we can still inform our viewers. Nompu.
Mike, what's the community saying about children walking long distances on their own to schools? Because we know in that area that does happen. Are people beginning to rethink about that? Because obviously our children are, at risk.
Look, they are grieved, they are outraged. Before the Premier and his entourage could arrive, we saw two groups. The one that was led by the ANC Women's League that marched for about a kilo to where we are. And there was another community group that was mainly led by youth who were saying enough is enough. What we have also learned is that last night they were planning to blockade all the roads that are leading into Jane Furse and Polokwane. They were planning to disrupt major roads up until the culprit is apprehended. But fortunately, some of government leaders are from this community. They were able to calm them down. So that for now, it's out of the picture. But they are saying something must be done because they cannot be told that the suspect is on the run and police can tell that it's in Gauteng. But where about in Gauteng? They want him to come back and account. But I've also mentioned the issue of fear. These people are living in fear. They are saying, because if you look at the distance from the school where Thandi used to attend and a home, it's a distance of about a kilo, if not less. So you can imagine how they feel if one was to send a child to walk a distance of more than 2 kilometers into this school. Will they be safe? Will they return home? That is the question that they're asking themselves, and they want government to assure them that their children will be safe in the streets. And the question is the how part. That is exactly what Premier Mathabatha is addressing at this moment.
Thanks very much, Mike, for that report. Moving up.